Well, you get the idea, I hope. That was By the Time I Get a Kleenex. No, that's not it. It's By the Time I Get to Phoenix. I did a quick test live stream of this for about 2 minutes a week or so ago, and got 3 copyright claims before I ever even got done with it. So I thought we'd do a fun with chords real quick. So this is an interesting one in that it's in F, and we have to think of the chords as the one chord is the F, the 2 chord, of course, G minor. Let me get an amp here. Hope that's loud enough. I don't know what I got. I got an amp with some effects. So the intro is, it's the old reverse-a-rooey. It starts off with an F major 7th. Then it goes to a B major 7th. By the time I get a Kleenex, F, G minor 7th to F major 7th. G minor 7th to F major 7th. Then a B flat, I think I said a B major 7th earlier, B flat major 7th, that's the 4 chord. To a C ninth, that's the 5 chord. It's the dominant 7th, C ninth, same. You could use the C 7th. Then it goes to an A minor 7th, to a D minor 7th, to a G minor 7th. Then we throw in a weird one, an E flat 9th. So by the B flat major 7th, do C ninth, A minor 7th, D minor 7th, to a G minor 7th, to an E flat 9th, to a C 9th, to the G minor, and it starts over. There's no bridge in this song. I find Jimmy Webb's music really, really interesting, that sometimes he just doesn't have a bridge, but he's got enough chords in the main sort of verse that it works. And that's all there is to that song. I mean, that is it. G minor 7th, F major 7th, B flat major 7th, C 9th, A minor 7th, D minor 7th, G minor 7th, to an E flat 9th, kind of the jazzy version. At the end of the song, it does have a little bit of a change up. Let's see if I can find that. I printed out my sheet music. I used Band in the Box to do this with. So it goes. Then it goes to a C at the end, to an F major 7th, to a D minor 7th, to a G minor 7th, to an A 7th. Da, 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 da. Then just a straight D. I make my D weird. Most people make it this way. I reverse it. I reverse those 2 fingers. Then it goes to, it's like a D over C kind of. It's just a C down low and a D up high. Pretty much everything else open strings. I think I like that because it's real discordant. To a D. I go way up high for a D. It's just the same D here, just an octave up, or up here on the 10th fret. It's an open A, an open D, and then I make the rest of the D chord. So, that's it. The intro, though, starts reverse. It starts off with the F major 7th to a G minor 7th, F major 7th to a B flat major 7th. Yes, I have a, and by the time I by the time I get a Kleenex, my nose will be running. B major 7th to C 9th to A minor 7th to D minor 7th to G minor 7th. Hold that for 2. E flat 9th, C 9th. Anyway, that's all there is to that song. If you got any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. I'll try to answer them. I did this not from sheet music. I could not find the sheet music to it. I know I had like 3 copies of it in different books. And so I did it a little bit from memory, and I did it, I watched another YouTube video and kind of pieced everything together. So I'm not sure I'm 100% right, especially on the ending. And maybe even the intro. The rest of it I'm pretty confident of. I think this is a song that you could do as a very melodic acoustic instrumental. You could do it as a, you know, as I did in the intro with lots of distortion. I don't have that anymore. You could do it as a lot of different styles. You could do it as instrumental or singing, either way. That's a Johnny A steel, I think. When I get down to that F, I just play F major. Any little F major scale thingy will work in there for a fill. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave comments as to what songs. This is what I love. Back in the 60s, I hated top 40 radio. I wanted that underground stuff, you know, Quicksilver, Messenger Service, Moby Grape, Grateful Dead. And you couldn't find it on the radio anywhere. They played all pop 40 stuff, and I hated pop 40. You would get, now I look back and think, gosh, pop 40 was just so great. And the reason I think that is because it was incredibly diverse. I mean, they would play, you know, Leslie Gore, It's My Party, I'll Cry If I Want To, but the very next song would be, you know, Classical Gas, or Gets, a Girl from Ipanema. Who knows? I mean, it was all over the place. And so you did get some good stuff. So I kind of missed that diversity of music. And songs that I didn't like, I hate sappy lyric songs. And I think I'm in the minority by a long ways there. So I didn't care for Wichita Lineman or By the Time I Get to Phoenix. I did this years ago. I did a recording of it, probably 15 years ago when I first started doing recording. I did a pretty bad version. And but nonetheless, I like the idea of taking an old song that had sappy, what I thought were sappy lyrics that I didn't care for in my youth, and turning it into an instrumental. And I thought, after By the Time I Get to Phoenix, I was genius. I said, I'm going to do Wichita Lineman. And I thought, I'll look on YouTube and see what type of Wichita Lineman versions there are. Well, there's this guy, his name's Johnny A, and he did Wichita Lineman in a masterful way. And if you listen to it, don't listen to it softly, turn down his back, crank it up, because that's where Johnny A really comes through. You got to crank it up. And anyway, he never did By the Time I Get to Phoenix. So, By the Time I Get a Kleenex. If you'd like, you can give a thumbs up, give a thumbs down, subscribe if you so desire, and do leave a comment though. I always love the conversation in the comments, and give me the name of one of your old favorite songs, maybe that you didn't even care for, but as an instrumental that all of a sudden it works for you, or it just has a different sound. I always said there were a lot of bands in the 70s and 80s that had they played instrumentally, I'm not naming names here, I'm not going to start a controversy, but I always said if they'd have played, and I don't like those high screechy singer dudes, but I always liked, when I would listen to the music, I'd think, wow, that's really pretty good music. I like that. If they just play that and solo over it, I'd be pretty happy. And so I have to, I think, check my electricity, my AC/DC. Oh, might be misfunctioning. Anyway, that's all I got. Leave a comment down below, and we'll talk to you until we see you again. We'll talk to you next time around. Thanks. Bye.